What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Now today I want to show you guys a little bit of an interesting gold farm in Phase 3, and one that I kinda stumbled upon with my guild the other day, when we were trying to farm a couple of items that we need as a guild. And for this one, first of all I want to say a massive thank you to anyone who's picked up my gold making guide so far, and if you haven't, the link will be down below. If you want to know more about gold making, you can check out my gold making guide. Once again, the link is down below. It's a 157 pages long document for gold making, and when you buy the document or you buy the guide, you also get access to a gold making Discord server where I give you early access to gold making videos. Alternatively, if you want to have even more in-depth information about gold making, check out my Patreon, also linked down below. Over on Patreon you get access to my TSM strings, and you get one video exclusively uploaded to Patreon every single month that has to do with gold making, gold farming, or investments. Basically a gold type of video once per month that will only be available on Patreon. In addition to that, you get detailed gold making posts, early access to videos on Patreon as well, so you can pick and choose where you want to support me, either by buying the guide or becoming a member on Patreon, or alternatively do both as well. I am trying my best to help you make as much gold as you can, both in Season of Discovery and in the upcoming Cataclysm Classic expansion as well. Now for this farm, I just want to preface this by saying, you can do this as any class, any role. You can be a healer, do this farm, you can be a tank, do this farm, and it's a pretty solid farm. Like for us, we made 150 gold on average, actually 120 gold on average every 20 minutes. So 20 minutes of farming for 120 gold worth of items in a loop. Now that being said, you can only do 20 minutes every 2 hours, so you do a 20-minute lap, get 120 gold for it, and then take a 1.5 hour break and then do the same farm again. So based on that, here is the farm. We are farming trash inside the Sunken Temple, the brand new raid in Phase 3. Now for us specifically, we farmed trash up until Eranicus, so we did a full clear until Eranicus, and then we were doing Eranicus tomorrow, or like on a different day. Now between us doing the first raid and the second raid, we went back in and farmed trash for more Nightmare Seeds, because Nightmare Seeds on my server went from 9 gold each to 29, or 30 gold per seed. So based on that, we thought, let's just go back in, see if we can farm the trash, and to our surprise, well, not really, but kinda, we're able to farm the trash. And we didn't find a way at least, but we could not reset the trash, but they reset by themselves after 2 hours. Now what we have found is that first of all, Nightmare Seeds have increased the drop rate by a lot inside the raid. You can clear the trash in a 5-man group. Even though we are 8, you can definitely be 5-man by utilizing more crowd control or CCs while doing the farm. So you can be 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, 10 people. It's definitely all up to you. The more people you are, the more chill the farm becomes, but the less effective and less gold per hour you also make. Now the trash takes time to respawn anyway, so it doesn't really matter doing this fast or slow. You just go in, get your loot, log out, wait, come back, and do the entire thing on a loop. Now for us, we are able to clear all the trash in about 20 minutes and get about 4 seeds each on average. That means we're getting about 20 to 30 seeds in that time, in 20 minutes, and then we log out, we wait, and do the entire thing over again. Now when it comes to the farm, you can do this in several different ways. We chose to have master loot, with me being the master loot, and evenly distributing all the seeds between the raid members. I even was streaming this so we can see exactly that I'm distributing everything evenly. Alternatively, you can have a group roll, so everyone gets to roll on their items. You can use round robin, it's all up to you what you're doing here, but I think the most fair way to do it is to distribute everything evenly. So have a master looter that you trust, and make him loot all of them, and distribute all the seeds evenly to the raid members, and then you go out, log out, and wait again. So the essence of the farm is basically getting a group together, farming trash inside the raid, farm as much as you can, log out, wait 2 hours, come back in, and by that time the trash will have naturally respawned. Now that being said, there are a couple of things to be aware of and keep in mind. Number 1, you can not enter somebody else's lockout if you have a different lockout. So you either have to farm the raid, like the trash, with members of your raid, like the people that kill the bosses with you, or you have to invite people that don't have a lockout at all. That means if I'm in a different raid group and I killed all the bosses, while you only killed up until Rannicus, I cannot join your group. As an example, you would have to farm the raid trash with people from your original raid, or brand new people that don't have a lockout, and in that case those people sacrifice their lockout to farm this dungeon with you as well. Now you could go into a fresh lockout, but once again, based on what I've experienced so far, the adds in this specific room, they drop more seeds. So the ultimate way to farm this would be to find a group that wipes at Rannicus, disbands at Rannicus, and then you can farm the trash. You want to get to Rannicus, but you don't want to kill Rannicus. Now, you could alternatively maybe kill Rannicus and still have this trash by not killing the fallen avatar, but I can't confirm that. So for us, what we did and what worked best for us so far was to kill everything except the last two bosses, aka the Fallen Avatar and the Shade of Rannicus. That way, when you go in, you have a lot of the green dragonkin to actually kill, and they seem to have an increased chance to drop the Nightmare Seeds from the green dragonkin. Another way to make even more gold from this is by having skinning. You get thick leather, you get rugged leather, and yeah, you just make even more gold by having skinning as well. Alternatively, have enchanting and disenchant all of the green BOEs that you're also getting, and then distribute the enchanting materials evenly as well. Now, once again, this is not a farm you can do 24/7. It took us 20 to 25 minutes to clear the trash, and then you have to wait for 1.5 to 2 hours for the trash to respawn. So my preferred way of doing this is to have a set group of people from your raid that you want to farm the trash with, and then meet up every 2 hours, farm the trash, do one quick lap, get about 100 to 120 gold on average based on our service price, and then disband afterwards and go and do your different things. Some people want to farm gear in the downtime. I prefer doing gold farms in the downtime, so you can do a different gold farm, and every 2 hours you meet up, you smack out one round of trash farm and get about 100 plus gold from doing so. So it's just a nice way to make even more gold, and you make it really fast. It's really hard to count this as a gold per hour basis, because the farm takes 20 minutes and it gave me 120 gold. Now that would be 360 gold per hour, but you can't farm it for a full hour in one session, right? So how much gold per hour you make, it's hard to say based on that, but based on 1 hour of effective farming time, I would make 360 gold per hour, but that would also be happening over the span of 6 hours, because I can only farm for 20 minutes every 2 hours. Either way, this is a really good farm right now. It's going to keep being good as well for quite a while, and the reasoning why is that first of all, everyone needs to have at least 10 Nightmare Seeds each. So when you go to the auction house, you can go to Nightmare Seed and check out their current price. On my server, they're 28 gold each, and the region market value average is 26 gold, 25.7, right? And everyone needs at least 10 of these for every profession they have that they want to craft epics in. Like for example, me having tailoring and alchemy on my main, I need 10 seeds for alchemy to make my flask, and I need 10 seeds for tailoring to make my bracers. That is 20 seeds right there. You also need a continuous stream of the seeds to make the other flask as well, like the Sansa basically that we have in phase 3, that gives this a constant demand. On top of that, in order to start your epic quest chain to need those 10 seeds, people have to be inside the raid. That means that not everyone have gotten to the point of crafting their epics yet, which means that next week, when more people go inside the raid, there could even be a bigger demand for the seeds, even though there will also be a bigger supply. Now, That being said, I want to highlight one more thing here, and that is that most hardcore guilds, they clear the entire raid. Now, when you clear the entire raid, the trash does not respawn, so this is a farm that actually benefits people that fail inside the raid, and preferably people that fail at Aranicus, or alternatively, people that have 2 raid days. That way you can go to raid day 1, clear everything up until Aranicus, and then farm the trash between raid day 1 and raid day 2. So this farm is really unique, really interesting. We stumbled upon it kind of by accident, but it's a really good way to either be self-sufficient for the seeds. If you are raiding, for example, and you see the seeds on the auction house and you see them being very expensive, at least you can farm them by yourself. Either way, that's just a different kind of gold farm that really works, and it's really different, really effective, really unique, and I think it's really cool, because once again, even if you're a healer without a dual spec and you just want to make some gold, you can literally make gold this way, in a healer spec. So, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, let me know how much the Nightmare Seeds are selling for on your server, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching as always, I really do appreciate it, and I will see you again in the next video.